Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Tonight, we're talking about Jack and Lilly Sullivan, who vanished from their Pictou County, Nova Scotia home on May 2nd, 2025. Tonight, there is a new update with one of the Canadian news agencies about a little clarification on the two men that claimed that they heard vehicles go in and out of the property where Jack and Lilly vanished. Their stepfather, Daniel Martel, has vehemently denied that there was any vehicles that went in and out of the property that night. A lot to talk about on the other side of this. We're coming in clutch. How are you doing? Oh my God, Joyous, you're up this late? Boss Man, Sarah, Blueberry, Shannon, Betty, Andy, Catherine, Lady for Justice, Whispering, Lily. How you doing? How you doing, everyone? Good to see you all. Thank you all so much for joining me. Really do appreciate your time. Could have chosen to be anywhere on YouTube. You have a lot of options anywhere on the internet, anywhere in the world, and you chose to be right here. I know your time is very valuable, and I do appreciate you spending some time with me. Today is October 20th, 2025. It is currently 11:16 p.m. the East Coast of the United States. I just realized something. My fellow Nova Scotians right now, you guys are in Tuesday. I'm still in Monday for the next 45 minutes. You guys are in Tuesday. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. So I have had, my phone has been bing, ding, 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 for the last little bit since this article has came out. And I want to talk to you guys about it because it's nothing new. I know people are using this to make their points, whatever. Go for it. It's nothing new. It's nothing new, and we're going to talk about it. If you will do me a favor, y'all, please hit that thumbs up button. I would greatly, greatly appreciate that. For my live stream and my replay crew, how are you? Make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Would really appreciate it. And share the live out for extra bonus points. Good to see you all in chat. Hello, Mr. POTUS. Sherry, thank you so much, my darling. Appreciate you. Thank you, love. Appreciate you. Really do appreciate you, Miss Sherry. If you receive that pearl necklace, make sure you give our girl Sherry a big, big thank you. Really do appreciate you, Miss Sherry. Good to see you. And there's Pamela. Hello, darling Pamela. Thank you so much, my darling. Really do appreciate you. If you receive one of those pearl necklaces, make sure you give our Pamela a big thank you. Really do appreciate you, my darling. Good to see you. You are very kind, my love. Thank you so much. No, they didn't lie about the vehicle. No, they didn't lie about the vehicle. We're going to get into it. It's ridiculous, to be honest with you, but just want to tell people all of this. We're going to talk about it. It's really nothing new. It's a clarification, but sometimes I think there's been so much happen that we forget where we started and what's happened over 6 months, half a year nearly now. You know what I mean? Oh my God, Joyce, thank you, honey. Thank you so much, Mr. and Mrs. Joyce. Appreciate you. Very kind, very kind of you. Yeah. Thank you so much, my darlings. Appreciate you, Mr. and Mrs. Joyous. You are very kind. I figured, Joyous, you would be in bed by now. I thought you had had your dinner and been in bed by now. It's a trifecta tonight with Justin. There's a lot going on, and okay, guys. I've just been slammed all day with this. So, what the cases we've talked about today. Well, not only with Jack and Lilly, but the case going on in Philadelphia right now. There's some new updates with that. And the little gal that we started talking about today, there's some stuff coming about that as well. So I'm going to try to film a couple little videos after this tonight if I don't talk too long. That gets me in trouble. I end up talking too long and don't get my other work done, but I love talking to you guys. So thank you, Derek. Thank you so much. Good to see you, my friend. Appreciate you very much. Thank you so much. Good to see you, Derek. Hopefully you and yours are well, my friend. Now it's just gone. I'm confused. I was watching DT's live from today, and now it's just gone. Am I tripping? I don't know, Brandy. I haven't seen it, to be honest with you. I don't know. I have not got time to watch anybody, to be honest with you. Might be though. Hey, Yaya. Good to see you, Mike. You're an OG. Thank you so much, Yaya. Good to see you, darling. How you doing? Hopefully you and yours are well, my friend. Good to see you. Thank you so much. Hey, Patty. Good to see you. Whispering, Robin, Sadie's girl, Denise, Mama Dukes, Whispering, Sherry. I love saying hello to all of you. Half Moon, Holly S. How you doing, girl? Jane, sorry. Sorry. I'm sorry. I called you Janie. I forget. You'll get me again. Hey, Lady for Justice, Derek, everyone, Robin. Hey, Jennifer, thank you so much. Hey, Lily, good to see you. Thank you, Miss Jennifer. Appreciate you very much, my dear. Good to see you. Hopefully you and yours are well. All right. Good to see you, my dear, and thank you so much for your support. So what am I talking about? Well, there was an update today which is very common. Very common. I'm not calling you junkyard JD. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Didn't mean to. And updates are very common. They really are. They're very common. Oh, thank you, Miss Holly. Thank you, darling. Good to see you. Thank you, my love. I love your little dog. I want a Pomeranian so bad. I think when something happens to my little Zha Zha, I might get a Pomeranian again. Mr. Potu says, Justin, it appears that Daniel has changed the narrative a few times as well. A few? To the point where the information is so muddy. Yes. That is, in my opinion, what Daniel wants at this point. He wants us to talk about everything just to screw with people's heads, in my opinion. I really believe that. But there is this little update kind of thing, and we'll talk about it. Guys, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Would really, really appreciate it. I was working on my blankets. I'm making. Oh, Sarah, nice. It's almost winter. It's cold outside at night now. It just went from got cold all of a sudden. Hey, Stacy, good to see you, love. Thank you so much, my dear. Really, really do appreciate it. Good to see you. Thank you, Stacy. Sweet Dustin, love you too much, Stacy. Appreciate you very, very much, my love. Thank you so much for your support. Hey, Crime Science. Hope you're feeling better, Dustin. I am. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Crime Science. Really do appreciate you, my dear. Thank you so much for checking in and your support, my love. Good to see you. Yeah, it's been like it's the 30s here. I think a couple days next week the high is like 52. Oh God. Oh my Lord. I'm gonna you'll probably see me this winter with like you'll be like, Justin, the lights are too bright. I'm like, I need them. The sun doesn't rise here for 6 months, so pretty much that's the way it feels like. 46 in Eastern Ontario. I feel you. I feel you. Does my mic sound funny? Echo, echo. Well, I've got a little different mic right now, so it might be. Do we have to pay to comment? No, Pamela, not at all. Not at all. No, nope. It's a free country. It's free to chat. All of that. Okay. All right. So moving on here. Witness describe hearing vehicle the night before Nova Scotia children reported missing. Two people who live near Lilly and Jack Sullivan's home told police they heard a vehicle coming and going in the middle of the night, just hours before the Nova Scotia children were reported missing, court documents show. However, the RCMP confirmed Monday, quote, a thorough review of surveillance footage, end quote, from the Gairloch Road area of Pictou County found, quote, no evidence of any vehicle activity at that time, end quote. Quote, no driver has been identified, and the presence of a vehicle has not been substantiated as a key element in the investigation. RCMP Communications Advisor Allison Garrett wrote in an email to the CBC. All right, what does that mean? What does that mean? It means the same thing we've known since the very beginning. They don't have a car that they have anybody in, right? It sounds like whoever went in and out of this vehicle didn't really go that far, in my opinion, right? If there was anyone, Daniel, Malaya, the neighbor, you know, Bobby Sue down the road, if they had anyone on the road, we would probably might know. I don't know, but they've never said that anyone was on the road ever. There's only I mean, maybe some cameras in that area at best, right? This is nothing new at all. The vehicle might have been driving 300 yards or something and not onto the main areas where the cameras were set up. 1,000%. In fact, the neighbor says that he could hear the car the entire time. In my opinion, hey Shannon, Daniel tries to intimidate anyone through blame and comes forward or speaking. 1,000%, Shannon. 1,000%. I wholeheartedly agree with that. Uh, Exactly. They did not go to the highways or anything. They said that there was nothing right at the highways, at the tolls, right? Which whoever did this to the children is smart for not going out and driving all over God's creation, right? This is, it's nothing new, right? The neighbors, they didn't say that they had Daniel and them on camera. I find it very hard to believe that two neighbors uh, would put their names out like this, whether one has a history or not, um, to insert themselves in any sort of way, right? Went 30, 35 minutes max before coming back. Yeah, and so I think Jack and Lily are closer, in my opinion, closer. Uh, and statistically, it's generally less than 25 miles, statistically. It wouldn't make sense for the two different guys. That's what I said. What they grab the kids. You take one kid and I'll take the other kid. Peace. Yeah, it's nonsense. It's really nonsense, Nancy. You're exactly right. Uh, and by the way, one of these guys, I'm pretty sure when I did some research on him a while back, I think he's got kids. And from what I remember, he seemed like a good dad, like a really good dad, right? Search the old campground yet. Well, Daniel wants to deflect, blame, and this is the thing. These neighbors have not lied about anything. They've not lied about anything. The only people we can say, in my opinion, that's absolutely like lied and lied over and over again, actually lied last night when he said, or maybe it was night before last, I can't remember, last night or night before last, when he said that the RCMP was at the neighbor's home searching. He said that last night. Let me tell you something. If I believed in Daniel, if I really believed in Daniel, or anyone for that matter, and they lied like that, I would be asking them, what the hell are you doing? Why the hell are you saying this? Yes, was with cadaver dogs. Yes. He's terrified, Wolfie. He's terrified. Um, because like I've told you, guys, I know of a couple people that Daniel talks with that he really vents to. And he would shit if he if he knew um, who I talked to. So Daniel is terrified. Terrified more times than others, yes. But sometimes he's shitting nails. He really is. And you just don't see him putting that energy into Jack and Lily. it's never been about Jack and Lily for him. It's never been. It's never been for Malaya either, in my opinion, because you put your energy into what is most important to you. And what is most important to Daniel is him thinking that he's fooling people, controlling the narrative. And Malaya, it is just the complete opposite, right? Malaya's a lot more intelligent than Daniel. I do believe that. That's all it is for now. That's all. And, even Malaya asked that, Mr. POTUS. Even Malaya asked that, right? She said, I don't know why Daniel goes out here and says all of this stuff whenever he'd never said that to the RCMP. And now we have the documents, right? Daniel needs the Trusha. That's for Ron Mexico, LOL Wolf. Oh, is she in here? Is Mr. Mexico in here? We should keep pushing the muddy keys. Denise, yeah, that's interesting as well. He's got those keys muddy. The more Daniel talks, the faster those babies will be found. Lies over lies always end up with unintentional truth, and he is going to seal his fate. I agree, Roswell. I agree. I saw a podcast where they compare Daniel Chris Watts' news interview. Oh yeah, we've shared interviews with Chris Watts and Daniel. I think they're both. I think Daniel's a very unique individual. I think Daniel's very selfish. Number one, very self-centered, but I think the math, in my opinion, that is where it gives him a confidence that he normally doesn't have, in my opinion. When people start doing rugs for whatever reason, it brings out something in you, right? Like it's masking something, and then you'll feel like invincible, or you'll feel like you've got energy that you've never had, something like that, right? And I feel like Daniel feels seriously like Superman on it. I don't think I saw one with his uninterrupted speaking that had to be hard to watch and not be angry. What'd she say? Thank you, Tammy. Good to see you. But can't they check the mileage on his car? They can. Sure. Sure they can, if they know the mileage, beforehand. And it really just depends on what year the car is, and all that as well. Also, I was thinking about that blue Subaru. It was saying, I don't know if it had a new engine put in it, but I was wondering, would that mess up the miles as well? I don't know. This is the RCMP aren't stupid. They definitely have all the files and comments put together with the timeline. Of course, of course. Now remember, yeah, I agree. They have, RCMP has people dedicated just for social media. Yes, we love Nietzsche. We love her. She's such a good creator. I really, really admire her. She's very intelligent, and I like her a lot. Well, Daniel has to be nervous because why would he lie again and the day was say the day was on the property with the cadaver dogs? Yeah, yeah, Nancy. I mean, I guess because his people that believe him just are like, all right, we'll follow you, Daniel. We'll follow you. Just blindly following him. Well, Malaya says he likes the attention. It's really sick. It's really sick, to be honest with you. That's really twisted. They both just like the negative attention. I don't think Janie likes the attention. I really don't think Janie likes the attention at all. Uh, how do they know they aren't telling the public? I believe the neighbors. These neighbors, they didn't want to be involved at all. I find it sad that they're being blamed. Um, the neighbor in even the paperwork, you know how like Janie and Daniel was talking shit about them? They weren't talking shit about uh, Janie. They weren't talking shit about Daniel at all. The neighbors weren't. They said, Janie's a good person. She's, I've helped her out a few times. Uh, Daniel, Malaya, the kids, I don't even know them. And you hear Daniel blaming the neighbors. Oh, they just wanted to get the heat off of them. And, people are talking about the neighbor that a few years ago, you know, committed a crime. Okay. I it's majority of, I don't want to say majority, but a lot of people who are on a really hard rug, like mathematics, cracola, that kind of things. Um, they end up doing things that they would never normally do for money, right? And from what how can I say this? Daniel, if they both kind of like the same ballpark of rugs, Daniel, you were absolutely no different, in my opinion, right? Just because someone has not been convicted of a rug, right, doesn't mean they don't do the rug, doesn't mean, there's a lot of criminals out there that haven't been caught, right? Now, in the eyes of the law, it's a totally different thing, right? You are innocent until you're proven guilty. But Daniel, you were milking Malaya's poor family, grandmother. He was absolutely milking poor Patty. What if the vehicle heard but was used the ATV four-wheeler to drown out the ATV? I think the neighbors, what your neighbor's vehicle sounds like. Daniel is not as pure as driven as snow, so why in the heck is he pointing fingers at others? Such a jerk. Oh yeah, Joyous. He says, he's going to um, Narcotics Anonymous 3 times a week, quote, for this bullshit, end quote. That's what he said. Yeah, I'm going to Narcotics Anonymous for all this bullshit. Well, don't go for don't go for us. Don't go for this bullshit, Daniel. Go for your own. But he doesn't have an issue, right? Yeah, right. Um, like I said, Daniel, we know your dealer. Okay? A lot of us do, Daniel. So don't even. Don't even. If you listen to Daniel, he said we didn't have a party that night. He doesn't say we never had parties. Yeah, he goes, not that night. Not that night. That's exactly what he says. We never had it that night. I'm 5'3" and on a good day with so good sneakers on and a high ponytail. That's what's up. Do you think you'll make it to Nova Scotia before winter? I don't know, Mr. POTUS. I don't know. I don't know. I really want to go to Nova Scotia. I wonder if Daniel will cry if they catch him with evidence. I think once whoever uh, comes clean with this, I think it's going to take a weight off their chest. I think it's going to take a very big weight off their chest because I do believe that they are living a hell of a time right now. I really do. Brandy, I just did think maybe allegedly. The mother guilty too. Oh, 1,000%. 1,000%. I believe Malaya knows just as much as Daniel, in my opinion. He believes family, now neighbors. Who's next? Um, well, he blamed Malaya. Then he blamed Malaya's half sister, and then it's the neighbors, right? He he just can't stop. And I have a what's it called? A text from Daniel, and he talks about you know the news or the social media no longer thinks I did anything or whatever. Um, it's all on Malaya now. And what's always been interesting to me is that Daniel has never Daniel has never really or sorry, Malaya has never really blamed Daniel, right? But Daniel has blamed Malaya. And one thing that they both agree about is it seems that they do agree about is that Malaya went to bed before Daniel, if any of that happened that night, right? No bear found from the reports by any searchers. There's not been, I don't think, a bear attack in Canadian or Nova Scotian history. No bear attacked those kids at all. Um, so let me see here. And Daniel, he used to not want to speak about the blankets. The blanket. Now he's talking about the blankets, that it was planted. Everything changes with Daniel. He laughed at being called, quote, a bad person with girls. Yes, I was there. I have screenshots. Really? Nothing. Janie's got a rake. Bum, 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 bum. Daniel is a hoe. Bum, 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 bum. My son is not a hoe. His mother's a rig, but he's not a hoe. Okay? I'm just going to say that. 1 second here. Give me a second, y'all. Crap. Hold on. I got to play something. Hold on. I got to get something. 1 second, guys. I got to play something while I. Crap. What can I play? Here you go. Take me away from the pain and you bring me paradise. It's pretty out of here, girl. What's going on? We need to go down there to that barbecue shack. See, last time they shorted me a rib. I need all my meat. I want to feel ribby. Playing with my time. Girl, I ain't know they closed down the food town. Nobody really shopped there anyway. Shit, they always play with people's time. Girl, look at Bonita. Oh, man, playing with people's time. Girl, it's too hot out here to be having all that on, all that black and hoodies. You look like a hoodie. Playing with your time. 1 second, y'all. Sorry, guys, just 1 second. To get something. Apologize. Okay, sorry about that. Okay. Got it? There we go. Are you? Well, just keep it up. Just keep it up. Janie was raking up evidence. She's probably raking up Daniel's shit. That's what she's raking up. What was I gonna do? Oh, now that we have these, Malaya was normal the night before she put the kids in bed. I worked on the fence with mom. How does he know? How does he know that Malaya was normal putting the kids to bed? How does he know that? Remember, he said he didn't go in till dark and he wasn't sure if the kids were in bed or not. No, it wasn't Daniel. And even if it was, I'm not getting any attention anymore. Nobody is. We'll find Jack and Lily without him. What is it? Front, back, left, right, get ender. Does Daniel even know what normal is? I doubt it. I doubt it too. But how would he says here in this text message, Malaya was normal the night before she put the kids in bed. I worked on the fence with Mom. There's no way. There's no way. Because Daniel said he was out working. How would he know if she's normal or not? He wouldn't. Remember, he said he thought the kids were already in bed. No family is normal. That's true. That's true. There is no such thing as normal, but there is a difference in functional and dysfunctional, right? Right. So there's that. Now, this one, Darren's story is exaggerated to force pressure onto the parties involved. How does he know these parties that are involved? If anyone was sleeping with Dan, came in the house, how did Mal know he was going to clean? If everyone was sleeping, good point. I see what you're saying there, Half Moon. She said, because she said Daniel said he was going to clean, and she didn't, so she doesn't know what he did. When was this? When was this talk about cleaning? This we can tear up and shred from the time that they get home to the next morning because it's all fabricated. It's all fabricated. It's all bullshit. Well, but when did Daniel talk to her? He's outside on the, on the working on the fence with his mom. Can anyone tell me what a chicken pit is? It's Daniel when he doesn't shower for a week. Who is cleaning the pipe and fixing his lighter? I don't know. The invisible chicken wire. What Daniel do with the clothes he had on and shoes? Well, those Sarah, those two shirts that he said Malaya took, so she could smell Daniel like she gave a fuck. She didn't even take her own clothes. But he said he found those. He said he found those clothes, those two shirts now, and he found Jack's jacket. I think the kids made it home. I do. Right. Um, Not only has he blamed Malaya, but he's also blamed her for having drugs on the property. So he is admitting that there was drugs in this property. Only drugs on the property were Malaya's. But Daniel, I mean, you deny you having the rugs. But either way, whether you had rugs or Daniel or Malaya had rugs, that means there was rugs in the house, right? That's not good. That's not good. The first day I was, and it was second day, I think it was second day, I was told that there was rugs that was found in the house. I have no idea if they actually found rugs or not, but I do certainly remember that. Hello, Claudia. A chicken pit, a chicken pot pie. I've made a hog pit to roast a hog, but never a chicken pit to roast a chicken. He was. But he says he's found him, so we'd like to see him now, Daniel. We'd like to see him now. That they can't say, oh, of course. Of course, sure. Absolutely. Absolutely. Here he says there's no one else to target other than me and my mom because they had I want to know this, Daniel, because I know you're watching. We all know who planted it, guys. A blanket doesn't grow wings. This was when you was Daniel says he's lawyered up. Does he? Hey, Shauna. Thank you, love. Is that this week he says this? I want to see what Wolfie says, because that's very interesting to me. Well, he has legal aid for his no, he has legal aid for his daughter. Yeah, that's all. That's all. Because if he had an attorney for Jack and Lily, that would make me think, oh, is something going down? Is something going down? What did Seashell say? I wonder what Daniel's ex-wife has to say about Daniel. Yeah. Yeah. All right. This is what he wrote when he was rambling on. Right. We woke up and didn't hear the kids. Proceeded from bedroom to kitchen. I looked into the living room. No kids. I ran down to check under their beds, ran to the kitchen, got my shoes on. Proceeded outside into the backyard, went around the fence. She asked me if I should call 911. While she's calling 911, I ran to the kids' cabins to check, and when I was screaming for the kids on my way back down, that's when Mom came out of the RV and confronted Malaya. Was there a fight, Daniel? Was there a fight, Daniel? And was there a confrontation actually Thursday? Someone who's lying. Proceeded. That's someone who's lying. In a conversation like this, you don't say proceeded. Yes, confronted. Joyous. I have always been told that there was a fight Thursday. Always been told that there was a fight Thursday. I don't know if there was. I'm not saying that there was one. What I am saying is Daniel says Mom confronted Malaya. Right? What's going on? Am now and followed since the beginning, but it's hard to comment and remain calm. I know. It's frustrating. Trust me, it's frustrating. Who says confronted though? Daniel said his own children told Steve. Well, and that's exactly right. Listen, his kids told on him. His kids told the truth about him. Daniel's kids told the truth about him. Said that, and we've got the text messages of Daniel saying his kids said that he hit, I think it was hit or whipped Jack and Lilly. I know you're Robin, but yes, Mohawk. Yep. Okay. Where was I? You know, he never mentions about looking in the other buildings here either. Right? Malaya turned, hold on. Mom came out of the RV and confronted Malaya. Malaya, what's up? Explanation. Malaya turned around and said, the kids are missing. Mom said, how long? 20 minutes. So about 3 minutes to get outside and about 4 minutes to get to the cabins and circle down behind the RV. I thought he said it took him 30 seconds. I mean, not that 4 minutes and 30 seconds, ever how long, because I think it's all bullshit, to be honest with you, at the end of the day. But he says 30 minutes, and then he says 30 seconds in the one interview. And then he says here, 4 minutes plus 3 minutes. Hey, Joe. Hey, Roxy. Denise. Why didn't Janie say, well, I heard them this AM playing outside? Very good point. Very good point. Absolutely. Malaya, what's up? The kids are missing. She says, how long? Not, what do you mean? I just heard him playing outside just a minute ago. What do you mean? That's what a normal person would do. But Janie's just like, Malaya, what's up? The kids are missing. How long? Like, that's the first thing you would say. Your kids went, how long? That's not what you say first. That's not what you say first. You say, what do you mean the kids are missing? I was just laying on the couch. I just heard them. Just heard them. And then everyone says, then there was silence. Right? So about 3 minutes to get outside, then about 4 minutes to get to the cabins and circle down behind the RV. But Mom confronted her. Here we go again with the confronted. But Mom confronted her when I was halfway back with her 20 minutes, she said. What does that mean? Can someone help me with that line? Where is it? But Mom confronted her when I was halfway back with her 20 minutes, she said. But the thing is that I really don't understand is he Does he not understand what he's saying? Now listen to what he says here. Right up here, he says, she was calling 911. I ran up to the kids' cabins to check. And when I was screaming for the kids on my way back down, that's when Mom came out of the RV and confronted Malaya. Now down here, he says, but Mom confronted her when I was halfway back. And then he says, with her 20 minutes, she said. He had to been smoking the pipe. He had to been smoking the pipe. Thought Daniel said he is the... Hey, Charmaine. Thought Daniel said in the beginning his mom came out of the camper and he talked to her. Then Janie said she met up with Daniel in the woods. Yes, at the old road. Yes. Justine, do you remember who stated Malaya locked the kids, Daniels, in the room? Thank you. Yes, I do, Joyce. That was Malaya's brother's ex-girlfriend. I've got receipts on that as well. They said that there was a lot of... I don't care, Joyce. That's fine. I know what you meant. Justin, did you get my email sent of Lily's photos at Christmas? I don't know. Oh, hold on. I got something. Sorry. I'm looking for it. Nope, I don't see it. Oh. Oh, God. I just saw it. Oh, it makes me want to cry. Pieces of shit. This is... Now, the top is nail polish, right? The top is nail polish, but we're talking about the dirt underneath. Oh, thank you, Charmaine. Where you been, girl? So good to see you. God, I want these kids found so bad. It just makes me so sad. It makes me so sad, y'all. That these poor babies, man. They just... I think of like Summer Wells, and I think of Lily and Jack, and just like they didn't go to bed in a comfortable bed a lot of times, or a clean bed. You know, you know how like your kids, like, you make sure that they're bathed and they got clean sheets and they're all comfortable in their jammies. Like, that is such an important time for a kid. Such an important time. And these kids, I just don't think that they got it. What has she got in her hand? Yeah, it's a Christmas tree ornament. Yeah. But they didn't even get a like a bath the night that they supposedly went missing. Yeah, remember those days? Yeah. You'd have your bath towel ready and house shoes and all that. It's just sad. Just very sad to me. Yeah, I don't think I'd ever seen this picture. Lily had just a beautiful smile. Just that's not nail. This is nail polish. That is nail polish. I can promise you. That's purple nail polish. Trust me, mine's chipped all to hell too. So, except mine's like almost like a really dark navy blue. So that is chipped nail polish. But the this right here, that's this is dirt. It's just dirt. You know, and it just, I don't know, like, one of my cousins growing up, like, she was almost like a boy. Like, we climbed. I was raised in the country. We would get filthy dirty during the day. We would go play in the mud, play in the creeks, all of that back then. And we would go mudding in our bikes, go through this place that had almost ponds. They were such big mud holes, and take our bikes through it. But we would come back and we would spray ourselves off with a garden hose, right? And then we would take a shower. We would never, our, I cannot imagine one of our parents sending us to school with dirt under our nails like that, especially a girl, and that's really just sad, because little girls want to be, princesses and stuff. And if they don't, they still don't need to go with dirt under their nails. So, and dirt ain't the problem here. No, no, the dirt, it's kids playing dirt and all that. We made mud pies and all that when I was a kid, right? But it's it's interesting. You don't do it. I don't know, just sad. What was I talking about? Let me see here. Take that 1 second. Oh, I said, okay, Brandy, I got your email. I got what you're saying there. What is that? Okay. This is what the caller called earlier. Did anyone ever hear this right here? I heard something to do with Daniel and M having an argument in the backyard. Daniel said no, the kids were going with him, and then M said no. Now, I never heard that, like the kids were going with me or the kids were going with her. But you know, I did hear that there was an argument Thursday. You know what I mean? His fingers on a door, a car door? What do you mean, Stormy? They're dressed for Christmas, Glenn. December ground is frozen, so didn't get dirt from outside. That's a good point. Half Moon, I didn't even think of that. Oh, smash your fingers in a car door. Yeah, that's fun. That's fun. That doesn't make sense because only Meadow was his. Yeah, I don't think. Right, Mecca. Yeah, December. Had a close up look, something wrong, not nail polish. She was hurt. Tried. I don't know about that, but I just think I think there was a lot going on in that house, in my opinion. Try your hands getting stuck in a wringer washer. Sarah, my aunt, she told me she did that when she was back a long time ago. She got her arm as a kid stuck in a wringer washer. No dirt in December. Yeah. Uh, do we know what kind of dog Janie has? Hairless. A hairless dog. Maybe I started doing that to myself. That's just what she had. She has a hairless dog. I got my hair stuck in one of my sis's, hurried and stopped the washer. Oh yeah, back then they didn't have any of the kid things on them or whatever. Something went wrong. If you guys remember, we seen pictures of the kids where they were younger until she met Daniel. Then you could tell things started to go downhill. Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. You notice how you see more pictures of Jack and Lily when they're little as well. Or like when they were still at Patty's, when Daniel was there for that year, it seems like there's more pictures of Jack and Lily then, and they certainly look better. Yeah, why what do you mean, Mecca? Why isn't the school more involved? They did everything that they could. All they can do is, I mean, they bought those kids coats, gave those kids coats whenever they didn't have coats. They contacted DHS or CPS whenever things kept arising. So it's very weird to me, Brandy, because Janie, she talks about more softly, if that's a thing Janie could do, about her dog than she does her kids or Jack and Lily or anything else. Like, she loves that dog more than anything, I think. It's weird. They missed too much school, so teachers could not see harm, yet they saw enough to report. Yeah, Ruby. 42 or 43 days, I think it was. Sassy Justin showed the scary pic of JJ and he dog. I don't know what you mean. I'm not saying M is innocent at all, but let's just say for a second that she is. Daniel will be the biggest mistake of her life. Not standing up and getting those kids out of the situation is sad. Yeah, Cassie. I believe she wishes she would have never went down that road. I think she really changed. 41 missed school days. It was stormy, yeah. That's an interesting point, Ashton. Why would anyone put wood under the children's swings to begin with, right? Like, that just doesn't even make sense. Doesn't even make sense. It's crazy. I don't know. I don't know, guys. Hold on one second. Let me finish this right here because I want to finish this because I don't, and then I've got to go. But I want to see this. So up here, Daniel talks about he's on his way back down from the cabins, and that's when Janie comes out and is confronting Malaya. And then he talks about it here again. But mom confronted her while I was halfway back. With her 20 minutes, she said, we have a time around between 9:35 and 9:45. That can't be. After I got back from down from the cabins, Malaya was standing in the same position holding Meadow. He says these cabins here were 4 minutes. In his other interview, he says 30 seconds. What is he talking about? What is he talking about? Seriously. But mom confronted her when I was halfway back. That is not far. It's 30 seconds, you said, Daniel. After I got back down from the cabins, Malaya was standing in the same position holding Meadow. Daniel, you can tell this is made up. You can tell this is absolutely made up because look up here. He says, Malaya, hold on. I ran up to the kids' cabins, check, and when I was screaming for the kids on my way back down, that's when mom came out of the RV and confronted Malaya. Well, if you're coming back down from the cabins down the hill and you see your mom confronting Malaya, then you see what is going on the entire time. But down here he says, after I got back down from the cabins, Malaya was standing in the same position holding Meadow. I ran into the house. Okay, that's the part. After I got back down from the cabins, Malaya was standing in the same position holding Meadow. Well, you just said up here, like, you was running down the hill and you see your mom asking Malaya what's up. So, but down here he says, after I got back from the cabins, Malaya standing in the same position. You dumbass. You said up there you just saw Malaya and your mom confronting each other. I don't understand him. He does. It's all made up. Share, share. Good night, baby. What Ashton say? What are these cabins they speak of? They're not cabins. It's those little things where Janie walks up and says, I run up here. It's those little logs that they call cabins. Right. And then he goes, after I got back down from the cabin sitting, holding the same position, running. Okay. Same position, Meadow. I ran into the house and did Lansdowne Road. I never seen a blanket in the tree, by the way. Going out to the railway tracks on that road, turning and going back, doing Lansdowne Station Road. Motherfuck. Holy shit. Holy fucking shit. Daniel wrote this. Daniel wrote this before the documents came out. Motherfucker. Hold on. Sorry, guys. Hold on. Where's the fucking one with the documents? Hold on. Okay. Listen to this. Listen to this. Daniel wrote this to Sonny. Daniel wrote this to Sonny a while back. You're getting it. Yep, you're getting it. Daniel says, after I got back down from the cabins, Malaya was standing in the same position holding Meadow. I ran into the house and did Lansdowne Road. I never seen a blanket in the tree, by the way. Meaning he put the fucking blanket in the tree, in my opinion. Going out to the railway tracks, who heard that they saw who said that someone was at the railroad tracks and quiet for a couple minutes and then went back to fucking Highway 289. Do you guys hear me? Do you get what I'm saying? Do you get what I'm saying? The neighbor said this back in the beginning. Daniel said this fucking 2 months ago. And the fucking documents came out. He's telling. Oh, shit a brick, man. Yes. Yes. They're not lying. We just fucking proved it. Yes, hold on. I'm gonna play something. I gotta fix something. So I'm just gonna play this for 1 second. We're gonna get back to it. Daniel just fucked himself up here again.
Hearing detailed accounts from neighbors who were awake in the quiet hours before 4-year-old Jack and 6-year-old Lilly Sullivan disappeared from their home in Pictou County. The children were reported missing from their home at 10:01 on the morning of Friday, May 2nd. According to court documents, neighbor Brad Wong told police he heard a loud vehicle coming and going 3 or 4 times after midnight and into the early hours of the morning. Wong said his house is at an elevated position from the children's home on Gairloch Road in Lansdowne, and he could see vehicle lights over the treetops. He said the vehicle would drive off in the distance, and he could hear it stop and then return. He said it remained in earshot the entire time. Another neighbor, Justin Smith, told RCMP that at 1:30 a.m., he heard a car turn around by the railroad tracks near the area of Gairloch Road and Lansdowne Station Road. He said it made a noise.
You get it? You get it? Yeah. Daniel said this text months ago. Now we're learning about the documents, about the account of what they witnessed. Fucking got it.
Shot the entire time. Another neighbor, Justin Smith, told RCMP that at 1:30 a.m., he heard a car turn around by the railroad tracks near the area of Gairloch Road and Lansdowne Station Road. He said it made a noise, then the vehicle was quiet for about 2 minutes, then drove off towards Lairg Road. Smith told police he later spoke with Wong, who informed him the vehicle was the children's stepfather, Daniel Martel. The court records also detail Martel's account of the evening. He told police he went to bed fairly early and didn't wake up until light the next morning. The document said the children's mother, Malaya Brooks Murray, told police she went to bed around 9 p.m. She said Martel stayed up and she doesn't know what he did. Brooks Murray has not responded to our request for comment. In several interviews, though, Martel has told CBC he had nothing to do with the children's disappearance. And in a phone interview Friday, Martel said no one from the family.
Excuse me. Okay. I'll say it again because some of y'all aren't getting it. I was reading this account from Mr. Mathtel. This is from a couple months ago. He sent this to Sonny whenever he wasn't really talking. Sonny said, Daniel, give me an account of everything that happened. Daniel says right here, months ago. After I got back from the cabins, Malaya was standing in the same position, holding Meadow. I ran into the house and did Lansdowne Road. I never seen the blanket in the tree, by the way. Now, right here. Well, he says I went down Lansdowne Road. Going out to the railway tracks. On that road, turning and going back down Lansdowne Station Road, following it back to 289 and finishing the trip by going up the trail beside my house right to where the RV is facing into the driveway. The fucking neighbors said this verbatim. Fuck yes. And they said it months ago. Yes, 289 toward Lyric or whatever that place is. I thought it's, hold on, 1 second. Hold on. The fuck? Let me see here. Can someone send me the document just where he talks about this, the neighbor? I've got it, but I don't know where it's at right now. Hold on. Shit, wrong one. Full credit DT show. Boom.
Yeah, she was actually laying beside me with my
trips. This was the backpack for trips.
Yeah, with the disappearance.
Yeah.
Hold on. Give me a second. Remember, there's
Back
always
door,
some
the
truth.
back sliding door, got into the house.
Remember, there's always some truth in some of what they're telling us. They have to have an anchor to their lie. Mm-mm-mm.
Grabbed the keys off the end table because there was 2 sets of keys, right? And then I didn't take my phone. Well, I don't remember taking my phone because there's no service out there anyway. Not like I can use it.
So he didn't take his phone that night, in my opinion.
I left my phone on the end table. I'm pretty sure I left it on the end table.
Mm-hmm.
Investigators would know that for 100%. So
And-
grabbed the keys, ran out to the Nissan Pathfinder, and that's when I started to search the dirt roads and the culverts, right? So I went up Lansdowne Road,
Here we go.
and I already told investigators this, but that blanket was not there in that tree.
Which direction were you
That
heading?
would be coming out the end of the driveway, and I'm going right toward Lansdowne Road,
Mhm.
over the tracks, and then hanging a hard right.
So you were coming the direction that would have been visible to you, and you didn't see it.
Charmaine. Okay, listen to this, Charmaine. I was just reading something. Do you remember when Daniel sent this text to Sonny? When Sonny said, Daniel, send me something of an account of what happened that day. Remember that? Daniel sent this. And I had some problems with it above there. Okay. Yep, sure do. Perfect. Now listen to this. This is Daniel's text. After I got back down from the cabins, Malaya was standing in the same position holding Meadow. This is the important part. I ran into the house and did Lansdowne Road. I never seen the blanket in the tree, by the way. Okay? Listen to this. Going out to the railroad tracks on that road, turning and going back down Lansdowne Station Road, following it back to 289 and finishing the trip by going up the trail beside the house, the right of the RV facing into the driveway. That is exactly what the neighbor said. That's exactly what the fucking neighbor said. He came down there, went to the fucking railroad tracks. Everything was quiet for a couple minutes. Right? Everything was quiet a couple minutes. Well, Kate, He says it's Friday morning. He says it's Friday morning. In my opinion, that is Thursday night into the early hours of Friday morning. By 5 o'clock, all of this is taken care of. That is his anchor. A part of it happened. Yes, that's the anchor. But it happened throughout the night. This is exactly what the fucking document says. The trail meaning the old road blocked by a downed tree. But I'll tell you this, what I think happened. But Daniel went to bed early. Sure he did. Sure he did. Sure he did. I know. We know what road he took. I'm pretty sure. Oh, he fucked. He fucked up. Thank you, Wolfie. Oh, fuck. I can't see. Hold on. 1 second. Let me see which one it is. It's blurry, Wolfie. V1 personal info. Okay, on May 17th. I might have it. Let me just see here. I got it. Hold on. Listen to this. Listen to the report. May 17th, 2025. Justin Smith said he was on good term with the McKenzie's family and helped Janie out in the past. He did not know Malaya, Daniel, Jack, or Lily specifically. On Thursday night into Friday morning, he was up until 1 a.m. on Facebook. Around 1:30 a.m., he heard a car on Highway 289 turn around by the fucking railroad tracks near the area of Gairloch Road and Lansdowne Station Road. It made a noise and went quiet. The vehicle was quiet for about 2 minutes and then drove toward Lairg Road, which is 289. He later spoke to Brad, who informed him Daniel's vehicle came and went 5 or 6 times that night. Wong said the car Smith heard was Daniel. Smith helped with the search Friday, Saturday, but did not find anything. There you fucking go. Thank you, Charmaine, for becoming a member. Appreciate it. Yep. And you see, Daniel's saying the same thing. He's saying the same thing, but he's just saying it happened Friday morning before 10 a.m. Neighbors are saying, no, motherfucker, I was up. I was up. No bueno. This was throughout the night. They're all saying the same thing. It's just the timing. It's just the timing. Yes, hidden. They all know. Ash Cash, my blood pressure's up right now. Your blood pressure, I'm seeing fucking stars. Oh my God. Technically, it did. They need to re-ask that fucking lie detector test. Daniel, were you driving anywhere Friday morning between, midnight and 5 a.m.? Ask that. That's what they need to ask. Holy shit. I don't even know what to say now. Listen to what he says here.
I'm not sure if she's still on the phone with 911. She might have been on speakerphone of this dispatch. And so I say, I'm jumping in the car. So I ran inside. I tried to go into the front door. Door's locked. Ran through the back door, the back sliding door, got into the house,
Joyous.
grabbed the keys.
Joyous. Me either. Me either. I pray all the time, Lord, let me see something if I need to see it. I think I know the area. I feel like me and Wolfie and Darlene and a few of us, I think we're getting closer to a search area. I hope. I'm praying.
Off the end table, because there was 2 sets of keys, right? And I didn't take my phone. Well, I don't remember taking my phone because there's no service out there anyway. Not like I can use it. So I left my phone on the end table. I'm pretty sure I left it on the end table.
He left his phone on the end table that night. He said he didn't take his phone. Didn't take his fucking phone. And I wonder, and this is my feeling, when they says it's silent for a couple minutes, I don't know if he actually means a couple minutes, like as in 2 minutes, or he just noted it was silence. You're not really paying so much attention to it, but just going back, I wonder if he went right there. Hold on. I am one to your ass, Daniel. 1 second. Said he could hear it within all the time. Might have not been that night. It might have been the next morning. I don't know. But, right here is where the turned around or something. And he says he comes on this road. But I wonder, when it was silent that night, was he in this area, parked it for a couple minutes, and threw a blanket in there or a couple shoes, make some footsteps? Or did he do that the next day, the next morning? I don't know.
Investigators would know that for 100%. So grab the keys, ran out to the Nissan Pathfinder, and that's when I started to search the dirt roads and the culverts, right? So I went up Lansdowne Road, and I already told investigators this, but that blanket was not there in that tree.
Which direction
Listen,
you
That would be when I'm
listen, Daniel, don't you fucking change it now. You said it in the beginning. You said it just the other day. Don't you fucking change it now, Daniel.
coming out the end of the driveway, and I'm going right toward Lansdowne Road.
Okay. Coming out right, going Lansdowne
Over the
Road.
tracks and then hanging a hard right.
There we go. Hanging a hard right. You'd be dropping this fucking blanket off, in my opinion, and those shoe prints. Remember, it was quiet there a couple minutes. Quiet a couple minutes. Now listen.
So you were coming the direction that would have been visible to you, and you didn't see it.
Yeah, I'd be going. Right at the end of the driveway. I take a right. I'm going up the road.
Across the railroad tracks and then the right up of the dirt road.
Yeah, that's Lansdowne Road where the blanket was found.
I think he pulled in right here. He pulled in right here, in my opinion. Dropped the blanket. Went to the other side. Some shoe prints. Perhaps the shoe prints.
All right. So
Turned
when you're
around.
running around and as you're going
Now
outside,
listen to
and
what
you're
he
looking,
says.
that gate outside, is it always open? Was it unlocked? Was it locked?
Sometimes it's open.
Hold on,
Is
we
so-
missed part of it.
But
Listen.
that blanket was not there to search the dirt roads and the culverts, right? So I went up Lansdowne Road, and I already told investigators this, but that blanket was not there in that tree.
Which direction were you
That
heading?
would be when I'm coming out the end of the driveway, and I'm going right toward Lansdowne Road, over the tracks and then hanging a hard right.
So you were coming the direction that would have been visible to you, and you didn't see it.
Yeah, I'd be going. Right at the end of the driveway. I take a right. I'm going up the road.
Across the railroad tracks and then the right up of the dirt road.
Yeah, that's Lansdowne Road where the blanket was found.
All right. So when you're running around and as you're going outside and you're looking, that gate outside, is it always open? Was it?
After he says that, he says he turns around and goes up 289. Larrig, Larrig or whatever that place is called. He goes up Larrig. And then he says he goes up the old road behind his house. He fucked up. And I'm so glad. Fence wasn't finished. Probably left his phone at the end of the table when he went to get rid of them too. Everything he says now can be applied to hours before. Absolutely. I think he's telling us what he did, but he's just not telling us the time. And the neighbors are telling us the other part. They're telling us, yeah, we heard this car, where it went. They had no idea. Neither one of them had any idea. What, Beverly? Ashton, what? It was a 5-speed. It was... CB, that's nothing new. That's nothing new. That's the whole reason I did this live. It's nothing new. They don't have... There's no surveillance right there in that little area between the railroad tracks and the neighbor's thing enough to there's nothing there. They've never had surveillance through there. They don't have it. It's nothing new. Doesn't mean it didn't happen. He says he was asleep. Remember how Daniel says he goes in at 12:30 at night, can't remember another fucking time or anything throughout the day. I thought Jack and Lily were already in bed. But 12:30, he says he flips on the lights and sees Jack and Lily in their bed. And then what do you know? Right after that, neighbors didn't know this. Neighbor said, 1:30, we hear cars. There you go. 1-ish when he was leaving. Yep, 12:30, 1-ish, 1:30. There you go. I've got a message that says 12:30, Randy. 12:30 either way. Daniel says, I grabbed my keys. I mean, the keys. Yeah. He did grab his keys. He was driving his car. Well, exactly, Robin. I made a whole live about something similar. You said, I'm going to add on to what you're saying here. He says, because there's 2 sets of keys, right? Who the fuck says that? Nobody says, because there's 2 sets of keys, right? Beverly, you can text me or email me, mods. Yeah, the Subaru key fob. Watch this. Hold on, I'm going to save Beverly's. Where was that? Or Robin, sorry, Robin. I'm going to save that. Watch this. God, my blood pressure's up. Okay. Okay. Let me see if it sets. Okay, here it is. Listen to this. Listen to this right here.
And look in the cabins, look around the area. Didn't see them. I'm screaming and yelling, Lily and Jack, Lily and Jack, Lily and Jack. And then I make my way down. There's a hill behind mom's RV. I make my way down. And Malaya's standing there. I'm not sure if she's still on the phone with 911. She might have been on speakerphone. Kind of looks like she was messaging.
Listen.
But she might have been on speakerphone with the dispatch. And so I say, I'm jumping in the car. So I ran inside. I tried to go into the front door. Door's locked. Ran through the back door, the back sliding door, got into the house, grabbed the keys off the end table, because there was 2 sets of keys, right? And then I didn't take.
Because there was 2 sets of keys, right? Two sets of keys, right? Nobody says 2 sets of keys. Why the fuck are you talking about 2 sets of keys? Because there was 2 sets of keys. He is doing that to get ahead of it. I haven't seen that the Subaru has been sold. He listed it for sale years ago. But there's more that we know. It's totally unnecessary.
My phone. Well, I don't remember taking my phone because there's no service out there anyway. Not like I can use it. So
Hold on.
because there's no service out there anyway. Not like I can
It says out there, but doesn't he say there's no service up there?
take my phone. Well, I don't remember taking my phone because there's no service out there anyway. Not like I can use
No service out there anyways. Out there anyways.
it. So I left my phone on the end table. I'm pretty sure I left it on the end table. Investigators would know that for 100%. So
And-
grab
Daniel, you told them you left it there. So why are you saying investigators would know that there? Because I'll tell you what. I believe he didn't take the phone that night. Okay? He didn't take the phone that night. But he did take the phone in the morning time when he was looking through the culverts. When he was looking around. Gotcha, Beverly. Because remember, he took the phone in the woods. He took the phone in the woods with him. Yeah, thank you, Mecca. Oh yeah, she said she heard kids that morning. She didn't hear shit. That's what I told you. Marie, I've offered him a lie detector test. All expenses paid. It'd be a very specific format and a very specific test with very specific questions. I think he does have a burner as well, but
my keys, grab my key or grab the keys, ran up to the Nissan Pathfinder,
hold
and
on.
that's when I
There he goes. There he goes. Listen to that. Listen. He fucks up.
grabbed my keys, grab my key or grab the keys, ran up to the
Grabbed my keys. Up. Grabbed the keys. You fucking grabbed. Yes. Remember how the neighbor said it was your car, Daniel? You fucked up right there. You fucked up right there. That's exactly what you did. Grab my keys. Yeah, the neighbor said, fucking was your keys. Grabbed my keys. Grabbed the keys.
Nissan Pathfinder, and that's when
And he says, to the Nissan Pathfinder. He's got to add that.
when I started key, investigators would know that for 100%. So
And-
grab my keys, grab the keys, ran out to the Nissan Pathfinder, and that's when I started to search the dirt roads and the culverts, right? To the Nissan percent. So
And-
grab the keys, ran out.
Grab my keys, grabbed my keys, or grabbed the keys 3 different times. Let me just read you this part of the document. He later spoke to Brad Wong, who informed him Daniel's vehicle came and went 5 or 6 times that night. Wong said the car Smith heard was Daniel's. Now, grabbed my keys, grabbed the keys. Three times before he gets which way. Yep. Yep, the Pathfinder. Well, I have 2 sets of keys, one to the truck and one to the car. Oh, yeah. Well, and listen to this. Malaya just got her vehicle. The neighbor doesn't know the sound of her vehicle yet. They're used to Daniel's vehicle, right? They're used to Daniel's vehicle.
To the Nissan Pathfinder. So
And-
grab the keys, ran out to the Nissan Pathfinder, and that's when I started to search the dirt roads and the culverts, right? So I went up Lansdowne Road, and I already told investigators this, but that blanket was not there in that tree.
Which direction were you
That
heading?
would be when I'm coming out the end of the driveway, and I'm going right toward Lansdowne Road, over the tracks, and then hanging a hard right.
So you were coming the direction that would have been visible to you. And
Documents. On Thursday night into Friday morning, he was up around 1 a.m. on Facebook. Around 1:30 a.m., he heard a car on Highway 289 turn around by the railroad tracks near the area of Gairloch Road and Lansdowne Station Road. It made noise, then went quiet. The vehicle was quiet for a couple minutes, then drove toward Lairg Road, the other way, which is what Daniel says in the thing that he told us months ago. Then Daniel says he goes up the neighbors behind the house, which I do believe that he did. I believe Daniel. I just don't believe the time. I actually believe him, but I don't believe the time. Because there is 2 neighbors that are saying the same thing. And Daniel is saying the exact same thing, except he is saying a different time, which is very important. Ran out to the Nissan Pathfinder. It is such a goofy statement. Yeah. We want you to know which exactly vehicle he drove. Oh, he's setting it up. He's very manipulative. Daniel is very manipulative. He's not actually smart. He's manipulative, right? He knows how to manipulate. You don't say, I ran out and got in, my GMC, or I ran out and got in my Ford, and took the keys. You say, I went out and got in my car, went out and got in my truck. You don't say it like this. You say your car, your truck, whatever. At first he said the vehicle. Oh, thank you, Mecca. Thank you so much, love. Appreciate you. I'm sorry I missed that. You got this lesson. Don't ever doubt yourself. Thank you, love. Appreciate you. Thank you so much, my dear. Really do appreciate you. Very kind of you. Drive by neighbor 5 times at 1 a.m. Do you remember in the beginning people said Malaya's car was broke down, then it changed to Daniel's car was broke down? Daniel's car. Oh, I'll show you. Hold on. Hold on. One second. Do you remember the very long article that came out a few months ago when they're talking about Earl, his dad? Do y'all remember that? Trying to find that article. Here we go. Hold on. Let me see if y'all can hear this. This is not the one I want, but this one will work for now, I think. This is the article here. Oh. Hold on, maybe it's right here. Maybe it's a video. One second. All right, listen to this. See if y'all can hear this in a second. Do you remember that? Can y'all hear that? Let me know if y'all can hear that. Them speaking. You don't hear that? Okay. This was 2 months ago when Hunter posted this. Let me find it. Give me 1 second, y'all. Here's 2 months ago. The family, okay, this is it. This is the thing I was looking for. I wish they would have gave it. This is from the CBC. The family was under pressure. A confluence of financial woes left the couple turning to relatives for help. Like many lower tier workers at the mill, Daniel had been cut back to 1 shift a week. His car was off the road because it needed repairs he couldn't afford and wasn't able to drive. And he had to rely on his uncle, who would also work the mill, to take him to work, or Malaya. Other means of cash flow had been cut off in recent months. Child support for Jack and Lily's biological father had stopped after he lost his job. Malaya's monthly Canada child benefits check, or baby bonus, which is under federal guidelines, would be about $1,900 per month, was halted because Daniel hadn't filed his taxes, which were due by April 30th. The family was in a bad way on so many levels that any of them could have been a catalyst in tragedy. Okay, that part wasn't the part of the article, but this was the part of the article. Right there. You hear that? Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much, my dear. Appreciate you very, very much. You received that pearl necklace. Make sure you thank this man. Appreciate your love. Thank you so much for your support. With Dan, emphasizing the maker of the car, his phone on stand sounds so stupid. It's really like a big spotlight he's putting on himself to keep talking. Yes, but he's doing that to get. Can y'all not see me? Did Justin leave? What do you mean, did Justin leave? Am I not here? Can y'all see me? Okay. Okay. All right. So let me see here. Let me see if I can find this. What was Daniel supposedly driving? Why wasn't Daniel's. Hold on a fucking second. Okay. Take this thing down. This is the article. I think it is. This might be the article.
Months after Nova Scotia children vanished, a clearer picture emerges of their lives before their disappearance. By Lindsay Jones and Greg Mercer. Article has been corrected. Deep in the middle of Nova Scotia, far from its quaint coastal towns, sits Lansdowne, a hamlet of around 100 people in a cellular dead zone. It's surrounded by endless spruce forests, bushes like razor wire and bogs that breed swarms of black flies. Like many faded settlements across the Maritimes, Lansdowne reached its peak more than a century ago. About 150 kilometers northeast of Halifax, it was once...
Okay, look at this. He's on stress from the mill. He says people stare at him or give him dirty looks wherever he goes in public. Recently, a used car salesman, he said a salesman snatched a vehicle key from his hand and walked away when he realized he was talking to Lilly and Jack's stepfather. So you were looking for a car, Daniel, which you obviously just got a new one. Isn't that interesting? How he didn't fix his car, but he went and got another one. He went and just bought a brand new, not a brand new, he went and bought an Escalade, right? Which is an expensive car. Why didn't you fix your car, Daniel? It wasn't in the fucking driveway the morning Jack and Lily went missing, was it, Daniel? One second. Let me get a soda. 1 second. Why was it not in the driveway, Daniel? All right. One second. Months ago, a neighbor who spoke to the Globe said they reported this information. Hold on. Give me a second, guys. Oh my God. Because I'm getting ready to bust this guy. I'm getting ready to read something here. That's very interesting. All right. Can you do an AI song for what? What is this? The Get Up? What is it? Okay, I got you, Chihuahua. Thank you. I got your email. All right. I just needed a second. Listen to this. When was this? Okay, number 5. Remember that. This came out August 8th. Nearly 2.5 months ago. There is, however, at least one account of strange activity at the mobile home that night. RCMP spokesperson said Corporal Carly McCann confirmed the police received a tip on May 8th from someone who described hearing a vehicle come and go from the mobile home throughout the night before the children were reported missing. Quote, investigators are continuing to review and assess more than 600 tips from the public and follow up on over 800 tasks, end quote, she wrote in an email. A neighbor who spoke to the Globe said they reported this information on May 8th. The neighbor said that they were working on a vehicle in their own yard and they heard same loud 5-speed car come and go from the trailer about 6 times from midnight to 5 a.m. After the children's disappearance. The neighbor considered it important information and reported it to the police. The Globe agreed not to name the neighbor because of concerns for their safety in the community. There you fucking go, Danny. There you go. Give me 1 second. Now, one second, what he says here. This is a very long article. Families brought us to a location not far away that there's a piece of blanket which the mother says she believes belongs to her daughter. Remember, Daniel, you denied it. You denied that blanket for so long, Daniel. I kept pressing it and pressing it and pressing it. I wonder why you would deny that. Maybe because your car stopped around midnight down that area for a few minutes, then picked back up, turned around and went to 289. One second. Malaya called 911 around 10 a.m. Daniel said he jumped in her white SUV and left to check nearby dirt roads, culverts, and streams. Now I really wonder. Good night, Joyous. Love you, darling. Um, Now I really wonder why the hell did Janie not want that fucking RV checked in the beginning? Why she threw such a bitch fit about it? Somebody's going in and out of that trailer several times that night. Malaya, I never thought they would run off on me like that. I'm so distraught, Malaya says. Daniel, you said they ran away before. Malaya floated the idea that Jack and Lily were abducted. A few hours later, quote, many are suspecting they were picked up by somebody, end quote. She texted Belinda, which we've seen those, quote, because there is no trace of them or Lily's backpack. Daniel, meanwhile, was tearing through the woods on foot and wading in streams, telling people he was moving faster than the police helicopters. That day, carloads of family members pulled up to search. In the mid-afternoon, a non-encrypted radio channel crackled with voices of emergency responders. Quote, families brought us to the location there, not far away, and that there's a piece of a blanket which the mother says she believes belongs to her daughter. Where they seized Lily's pink blanket, torn, wound around the lower branches of a spruce. It was about a kilometer from the mobile home, off gravel Lansdowne Road, where Daniel's father and uncle lives. The road runs deep into backcountry, connecting the dirt roads that snake further into the wilderness to remote lakes, backwoods dumps, and clear-cut tracts of land. When a police officer asked Daniel about the pink blanket, he said it wasn't Lily's at first. Police began pounding on doors into the early hours of the next morning. They came to the door to Daniel's father, Earl Martell, a retired tire plant worker who lives atop a hill in a bungalow he built himself 40 years ago. Earl guided police into the yard. Old campers, a derelict log cabin filled with junk, and to Daniel's older model black sedan in need of repair he couldn't afford. You hear that? What did it need, Daniel? Oh, Trishy, honey, it's been a stream, girl. We found out some stuff. Holy shit. Look at there. Cars at Daddy's. Cars at Daddy's. It was leaking oil. So you could run it. Holy shit. Hmm. One second. I see where Daniel gets it from. Earl guided them into the yard to the old campers in a derelict log cabin filled with junk and Daniel's older model black sedan in need of repairs he couldn't afford. He's such a piece of shit. Yeah, it would definitely make noise if it was leaking pistons. Yeah. Cheney was clearing up oil. Maybe, you never know. But I can tell you, yes, why use a wrench for that purpose? Daniel hates Lindsay from the news. Good for you, Lindsay. That's right. He wasn't using Malaya's car, that's for fucking sure. Malaya texts Blenda that night. They're combing through the woods. I have reason to believe that they may have been taken by someone else. They should have found them now by the woods. Cindy, get the fuck out of here, end quote, Daniel recalled saying. It was late in the afternoon on Saturday when Daniel and Malaya's relatives began to turn on each other. In the dooryard of the trailer, a discussion about meth used in the home led to one of Malaya's family members to hurl an accusation that Daniel must have done something to the children's disappearance. The charge ignited a blaze of angry words. Eventually, Daniel's mother, Janie, don't you talk about my Danny like this. He might smoke meth 7 times a day. That doesn't mean he's a bad boy. What's the dog's name? Izzy Roscoe. Whatever the fucking dog. Izzy Fluffy. That's right. Isn't he Tucker? You little fucker. Tucker, come here. Tell your brother to stop smoking the meth. He's being hard on us. It's being hard on us than the meth. Guys, I gotta go. I gotta go to bed. It's almost 2 o'clock. I gotta be up in 3 hours. I'm not gonna fucking sleep tonight. I can tell you already. We got to find Jack and Lilly, guys. We've got to find Jack and Lilly. Voice analysis. Well, there's a specific format that I believe. I would like to know the format that they used on Daniel for the lie detector test. I bet you it wasn't a specific format. Thank you, being Florida. That's right, Cheryl. Be like calling a fluffy dog Baldy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Dreamcatcher, I know. All right, guys. Oh, Joyous, I'm sorry. I did not see that. I'm sorry. Thank you for everything, Justin. This old gal needs to head to bed. I'll catch the reply tomorrow. Love you, chat group too. Love you, Joyous. You already went to bed, but thank you so much. And thank you, yes, ma'am. Appreciate you, darling, as well. Start about an hour in, Trishy. That's where it gets good. I'll clip it all and do a video. Love you guys. God bless you. Justice for Jack and Lilly. The people that did something to Jack and Lilly, we're not going to stop until whoever did something with Jack and Lilly, justice is brought and they are found. God bless you guys.